Oh boy, I took a week off of cycle reviews, and you can tell you guys loaded me up this week. First up, not Richard Curry. It is Richard Curry. 150 test, 150 mass, 3 IUs of GH. I'm natty again. It's the grind cycle. Now, Richard always bitches about not doing enough gear, and now he's down on essentially a cruise. It is a totally fine cruise for what it is, essentially. But yeah, I'll give you a 9 out of 10 there, Rich. I don't know how much to say. He's gonna have more to say than I do because he's always asking me questions and dumb shit. TK Hun, 200 test, 200 Primo, 50 VAR, 50 Proviron to get lean. Well, gear doesn't make you lean, first of all. Let's fucking do this again for the 100th time. You wonder why I don't do these videos as much anymore, because I get asked the same damn question every time. No, gear does not make you lean, period. That's not gonna get you lean. A calorie deficit, cardio, steps, actually applying yourself in the gym will get you lean. Now you need a fucking plan to make that happen a lot of times. Most people vastly underestimate how many calories they eat per day, and they also are terrible about doing the cardio. That's where the accountability comes in. That's where a good coach helps. I notice over and over again, most people can bulk, yet a little bit sloppily on their own. When it comes to cutting, nobody ever gets the physique they want without having a coach. Let's be honest. A very small percentage of people get the physique they want without a coach. And usually those people have superior genetics where they just don't hold fat in their midsection.
1 in a million.
So, Mr. Hun, no, that is not gonna get you lean. Proviron is pointless unless you're just doing TRT or care about fertility, which you're not doing. So that's a worthless compound in there. Save your money because Proviron's expensive. Get Retatrutide instead. Reta will definitely help you shed fat. Proviron's not gonna do that. So in terms of that cycle, design-wise, it is fine. For what you think it's gonna do, it's not gonna give you the results you think because you need to apply yourself more with a diet, the cardio, and possibly add something like Retatrutide instead of Proviron. Just flip-flop the cost. They're about the same. So because of what he thinks, he's getting a 6 out of 10, but the actual structure of it's probably a 7 or an 8. Nick JM24, at what dose does Primo start to affect estrogen production? Well, Primo doesn't stop estrogen production. It just competes for the receptor and makes it so it doesn't bind. Then it drives your actual blood serum estrogen down. That's how it works, essentially. So your actual estrogen numbers on paper and the aromatization doesn't happen as aggressively, essentially, on Primo. So at what dose does that happen? That is totally dependent on the person. Some people take 100, 200 Primo or EQ and they all of a sudden are nuked. Like I know my friend Garrett, he does a gram of test and like up to 300 EQ, and the EQ will knock his estrogen down to the floor. Me, I gotta run probably a 1-to-1 with test and DHT/EQ to keep everything in line. So there's no real answer to that. I would run it 1-to-1 with your test to start with and see where you're at that point. And that's probably the safest way to go about that. Good morning from PH Pornhub. Oh my God, hold on. I'm from Pornhub. I can add HGH 1 to 2 IUs for a PCT to be completely off gear 20s. This isn't English. So he wants to add HGH for his PCT to be completely off gear for 20 seconds, 20s, I don't know. 20 months, 20 days. I don't know your question, dude. Coming off gear and onto HGH, I guess it would be fine. That's fine, I guess. But HGH isn't gonna make your PCT any easier because you're restarting your test production. You gotta get LH and FSH and everything else back being produced to your fucking balls to make them do what they're supposed to do. So yeah, adding GH to a PCT is fine. It's not gonna hurt anything, but it's not gonna improve anything either. And at that point, if you're already injecting something, why not just stay on fucking testosterone? I don't know. You tell me, dude. Slow lame dog. Dude, you submit something every day. Should you do daily micro administrations of a cycle for a whole cycle? Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's the most stable way of doing it. Yeah, have fun if you're injecting like fucking 20 cc's a week and you're just microdosing over and over again. Probably run out of sites to inject into that point. So, I mean, it depends on the dose you're doing, depends on how many needles you want to buy. After a certain point, I just get sick of buying fucking tips. So I'm like, no, I'll do every other day. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's better than infrequent injections. But once again, if you're blasting, it doesn't necessarily make as much sense unless you're doing very low doses. Something like if people do Tren Ace and they want to microdose it, yeah, that makes sense. If you're doing a whole cycle on it, I would say just inject every other day. Max M, trying to lean out, 100 test prop, 100 trend, 100 mass P, 2 IUs of GH once again. It's not going to get you lean. It will not get you lean.
It doesn't have that effect.
Now, does testosterone help with lean muscle tissue gain and help mobilize fat a bit more, that and GH together? Yes, it does to some extent. There is like a 7% change, I believe. So yes, there is a correlation there. It will help some. It's not gonna get you fucking shredded though. Let's be honest. You look at every dude in the gym on test, which is like half your damn gym, how many of them are actually lean? Like fucking 2% of them. Actually, if you have a 6-pack, you are in a higher percentage of men than millionaires. What I mean by that is I think it's like less than 1% of men have a 6-pack, but there's like 3 or 4% are millionaires. So if you have a 6-pack, you're technically rarer than a fucking millionaire. Now, if you're a millionaire with a 6-pack, then you're way up there. Even a 6-figure owner with a 6-pack is extremely, extremely rare. You're in the top like 0.1% at that point, which is crazy. I'm in the top 0.1% and I'm only fucking 30. Like, I'm better than half the fucking dudes twice my age. Look at that. It's kind of crazy to think about. So if you can at least apply yourself to strictly get your diet in a line, and you have that same discipline financially and with your job and finances or business, you are literally in the top 0.1% of people. That's fucking crazy to me, because to me, that's like the baseline. Like that's like the bare minimum. It's crazy what most people won't do that they need to do to be the high performing man they want to be, which is why I target those kind of people for coaching. So if you want coaching, click the link down below. I work with other people that are also successful and want to get shredded, essentially. So that link is down below. Go ahead, fill out a form, and I'll see you on the other side. But Max here, he does want to try to get lean. Now he looks like he's got a ways to go by his profile picture.
How dare you?
100 test prop and trinase. Well, I don't know why you want to inject and masked prop. So you're gonna be injecting every single day. Why not just run a higher dose of test? Keep the trend in there, whatever. The trend's not gonna get you lean at that body fat, dude. And 100 mass is fine too. Now I'm thinking about it. I think he's saying one of each a day. So it's 700 tests, 700 trend, 700 mass. That's way too much trend. Knock the fucking trend in half. So sorry, yes, it's 700, but he's doing the injections. See, when you guys send these in, send them in weekly doses. It is so much easier than me trying to fucking figure out what you mean by this weird ass dosing schedule or like how you're writing it. Cause then I have to sit here and do math and think about what you actually mean. And it creates this big long thing where now we're like fucking 3 minutes into his cycle when I could have just said 700 tests, 700 mass, 700 trend. You're doing daily injections. Boom, easy. I don't have to sit there and do math. So way too much trend. Test prop is fucking stupid. You should probably do test E. That's way easier. And mass P, I mean, that's all you can get right now. So I understand. But yeah, no. Don't love, I mean, structure wise, it's okay. Dosing wise, not okay. And your expectations of what's gonna happen is not okay either, because you need to have your diet and everything else in place first. So I would say we're giving it like a 7 because I'm okay with the structure. The trend's a little high, but everything else is okay. Michael V. Curry, you also ask all the time, like, how many cycles are you like trying to run at once, bro? Mass and Primo together, yeah, it's fine. 300 Mass, 300 Primo, 750 test, yeah, it's fine. 9 out of 10. Oscar Leia, we're gonna say fucking Princess Leia. So
I love you.
I know.
Princess Leia, 16 weeks, 600 tests. Well, 16 weeks is fucking retarded. Bro, oh my God. I gotta do these more often again because people are getting stupid again, you know?
Daddy, chill.
For a couple weeks there, people were good. Like all the cycles were easy and I was like, dude, I don't even have a point of like doing a whole fucking video and paying for editing for it. But I'm getting some stupid ones again. We gotta fix these. 16 weeks, way too short period. EQ doesn't even saturate for 8 fucking weeks. And then it's in your system for like another 8. So like you literally only use EQ for half the cycle essentially. Then it's in your blood serum as you're trying to cruise. Run it over 20 weeks, first of all. 600 tests, 300 DECA, 400 EQ, 400 mass. What is this? Plus 50 milligrams of Anadrol. All right, now if it's a bulk, it makes sense. So if you're doing a bulk for only 16 weeks, that's fucking stupid too. Like I see a cut for 16 weeks if you're trying to get lean and then change phases. A bulk, you need to run longer than that. But aside from those issues, that's not too bad. And then 50 milligrams of Anadrol is fine. You can run Anadrol the whole damn time, honestly. Most people don't have a problem running it that long. Some people do have problems with the appetite and all that. So I understand some people only need to run it 8 weeks. I haven't really seen where it affects people as much as they say, honestly. A lot of times when people have problems with Anadrol, their diet already sucks. So they're already overstuffed with food and they feel like they get lethargic from all the carbs and stuff, but they weren't lean going into their bulk in the first place. See, most people only get down to like 15% body fat and they start bulking. They're like,
oh, well, Anadrol made me tired, lethargic,
sick and I couldn't eat food as much. And
Yeah, because you're a fat piece of shit. That's fucking why. Like, you already put yourself at that point, and the Anadrol's just making it worse. So I find if you start lean, most people can run Anadrol for quite a long period of time and not have any problems. I'm giving you like a fucking 6 again. I know I keep saying 6 because some parts of this are good, but then there's some parts that are just a dumpster fire. Casra T, pre-workout, 400 test, mass 200, primo, trend. Okay, so I think they're all 200. 25 Proviron. Proviron's fucking retarded. I don't get it. If you're running trend, you're running a heavy cycle, why are we adding Proviron?
but if there's BG,
He's gonna be fucked up regardless. You're not on TRT, you're not trying to nut inside a girl on fucking trend and have babies. Drop the Proviron and save your damn money. Run something that will actually make a difference. Get some Anabar, get some Anadrol, get a good oral that's actually gonna reap the benefits instead of just pissing money away. I never understand it. You're getting random sweats and chills. Well, yeah, dude, like probably need to lower the trend a bit then if that's causing a problem for you. Just saying. Besides the Proviron though, it's fine. Yeah, take it pre-workout, whatever. So we'll give it a 7 because I mean, I like Reddit too. You can tell he's trying to lean out. At least I can tell what he's doing based on his cycle, unlike some of these motherfuckers. Brandel Media sent a DM, haha. Haha, I sent one to you also, and then you left me on read, so reply. Best place to buy BPC 157. Call your local Chinaman.
China, I know China very well. I know everybody in China.
Kayla Kusta always asks me over and over and over and over. Dude, I feel like some people just like have these cycles they want to run and they just get like the cycle porn addiction. They're like, dude, I want to do this, and they don't actually ever. And they submit another one the next week. Well, maybe I'll do this instead. And then they never do it. And they just take a bunch of trend anyway. That's just how it goes. 500 test, mass, 250 trend, and estradiol is very high with AI. Low test or leave. Did you do the high sensitivity test for your estrogen? Because trend will throw that off sometimes. I've seen up to like 300 estrogen on just the basic one, and most people just buy the cheap one, or their doctor isn't gonna go ahead and prescribe them the higher sensitivity estradiol test, and that's what you really need to identify that. No question, I just want to say congrats on the new spot. Thanks, bro. We got the Trivium flag back up. We got an office. People bitching about the blanket. The blanket might go back up because there's a lot of light being let in. It's throwing my lighting off. So bitch about the blanket. I'm gonna turn this that way and just put the blanket in the background again just to fuck with you. Because I know people are like,
oh, you can't afford curtains. You can't afford.
there was fucking blinds and blackout curtains behind that, bro. I just had it let in the ambient light from the side. So then when it mixed with that light, I would have an entirely blue background. You couldn't even see the light before. It was behind the bedpost. So it just looked better from the background. That's what it was there for. But yeah, we're in the new luxury place and we got the fucking Raptor ripping down the road. So we are moving up in the world and causing more headaches for myself. Difference in firepower between 750 test and 1,000 milligrams of test. Blood pressure isn't a problem. Anything against high test? No, they're both high test. So what's that question? Like, yeah, obviously 1,000 test is better than 750 test. Yeah, I mean, you'll feel more. There's more is more. It's like, I don't have a scientific answer for you, dude. Like, more is more. Like, yes, it will lead to a higher output. You know, whether or not that happens at a cell level versus, you know, you just injecting it. I mean, and a lot of the variances in training and everything, you need to be progressing in the logbook, etc. Like, yeah, you might have a little more strength on 1,000 tests, but if you don't actually apply it in the gym, then what benefit are we getting by running it higher? The Chelsea, when did neckbeards come back in style? When you started sleeping with them.
Yeah, boy.
1 gram of test, 75 VAR pre-workout only. Now 1 gram of test is fine. 75 VAR is just too much. Like, honestly, if you've ever ran 75 of real VAR, you fucking know, because you'll cramp up like a motherfucker. I mean, I got off on a consultation with somebody who's running 12.5 milligrams of VAR. And he's like, dude, that shit was strong as fuck. Like, yeah, if you get real VAR, like, you don't need more than 50 milligrams, for being honest. Like, you will feel an immediate strength increase. And generally, once you go above 50, the pump just gets either painful or it just inhibits what you're trying to do. Like, I'll be doing like bicep curls and they just get so pumped that I can't finish the workout. So it's like, what's the fucking point at that point? Like, yeah, it feels good, but you're not getting the same amount of mechanical tension over and over again, really hammering the muscle like you want to. So it's just overkill. But I mean, other than that, I do like it. I like the idea. High test and bar is completely fine. I just think the 75 bar is overkill. So we'll give it like a 7. Oh, sorry, it's $200 for 100 IUs of growth, generic steep. Yeah, fuck it is, dude.
Yes! Hell Hell yeah!
I get my growth for like 60 bucks. Like, yeah, don't pay 200, don't pay anything over 150 bucks per kit, first of all. Domestically, they're probably gonna be like 125, 150-ish. That's fairly normal. If you know where to get it, you got a good plug, you're talking 60 to 80 bucks a kit. So it used to be 40 bucks a kit, but they went up a little bit on price on me. So that's smart. Good coaches know where to get good shit, put it that way.
Real talk, real action.
Good coaches also have access to free blood work, TRT clinics, around-the-clock support, weekly check-ins, weekly calls, and a support group and educational platform to make sure you actually get the results. Not only that, but they will have a ton of testimonials on their Instagram page. I don't know, where would you find a coach like this that provides all these services for you? I don't know, there might be a link you can click down below to my Instagram that will show you all the transformations and testimonials. But also on top of that, there's also a link to the application down below. If you click that, that might just get you on a call with me to get you in there and get you looking your best. Just saying.